Welcome to Wake Up Calls. I'm here to wake you up and make you question your outlook on life.
Did 5 target groups for the initial focus for immunization. These are groups that had higher risk of disease or who had greater burden of complications. And they're 5 groups that we will be very helpful for our planning purposes going forward. They include pregnant women, household contacts of children who are under 6 months of age, healthcare workers and emergency medical services personnel, children and young people between the ages of 6 months through 24 years of age, and non-elderly adults with underlying risk conditions or medical conditions that increase their risk of complications from influenza.
Good morning, clueless people. This week's episode is all about the swine flu vaccine. I absolutely do not want to get the swine flu vaccine. If anyone forces me to get it, I'm going to knock the snot out of them. Now, in this clip, from the 70s, from the very beginning to just before they finally mentioned that the ad is even for the vaccine, it freaking sounds like they're talking about sexually transmitted diseases or some weird crap.
On her way to the airport, she gave it to a cab driver, a ticket agent, and one of the charming stewardesses. At school, Joe's kid gave it to some other kids, and Mrs. Merrill got it and gave it to her husband. In California, Betty's mother gave it to her best friend, Dottie. But Dottie had a heart condition and she died. But before she died, Dottie gave it to her girlfriend, the mailman, the paper boy, and the vet when she went to pick up her chihuahua.
If a swine flu epidemic comes, this is how it could spread. You'll want to be protected, especially if you're elderly or chronically ill. Get a shot of protection. The swine flu shot.
I'll admit that I overthink things, but I feel that more people are going to start refusing to take the swine flu vaccine, especially when people start to die from the vaccine. Once that happens, the government might try to sneak the swine flu into the influenza vaccine. I don't know if you guys were aware of this, but every year, researchers and manufacturers develop a vaccine that contains virus strains they believe will be circulating in the upcoming influenza season. Influenza vaccine contains 3 viruses, 2 type A and 1 type B. With that said, my theory might be right, and if that theory does come true, we are basically screwed.
You're gonna get swine flu. Yeah. You better watch out. You know who has swine flu? Pigs. Stay away from the po-police. Their hands are dirty. They are never clean. Man, I bet if they told you to jump, you would say how high. You can still get bird flu, you know. So stay away from jive turkeys.
This has been Wake Up Calls. Hopefully I woke you up and made you question your outlook on life.